the center for knobs and dials. Is that what this is? I do hope my laptop eventually catches up to us. Ah, that'd be a treat. It'd be a treat if I could see what was going on. Hardly important. Alright, so last time we were attempting to use the Velum approach. Let's point it out so we can name and shame it. The Velum approach. Apparently, as soon as you arrive by Velum, they assume you're a smuggler and they frisk you for saucy weapons. I should have seen that coming. So I was thinking it must be like a default aggression only, you're stuck, good luck, haha, shouldn't have come by plane. However, there does appear to be one avenue of pity that they have taken on me. And I'm curious to see if it works. Apparently, if you buy the support crew weapons stash, then you do not have weapons on you when you land in the plane. The weapons are elsewhere, already stashed on the island. So for $10,000, let's see if this goes any better. I sure hope it will. I think we can select suppressors later also, but just in case, I'm going to buy them here. Maybe it doesn't even let you until later. Okay. Just in case. So, I'm hoping to actually be able to pull this off with some stealth. I shouldn't need to purchase heavy armor. If that turns out not to be possible, and it is in fact default aggression only, we can come back and we'll do all of the... what are they called? Disruption missions. And that should help significantly. So, Velum. Airstrip infiltration. I guess we'll say drainage tunnel. We should be able to come in any old way. There may be an easier spot. But I'm not really sure. It's hard to get past that fence, so maybe it's drainage tunnel. And then we'll select main dock for our escape to remind us to grab that. That big C. Nighttime should serve as well. We have a weapon stash, and we have suppressors. Okay. Let's see if this goes any better. I'm smart casual today. Look at me. Try not to imagine my nipples. Now it's all I can imagine. Why did you say that? Why? Probably don't need any night vision. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Hello and welcome. My morning is going alright. Very, very glad it's a Saturday. For me, that may be rude. I'm sorry. Depending on your schedule. I am very glad to have a Saturday. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for your caffeination. It was a very well-timed moon.
Arms out, let's go.
Okay, so the alarm is not going. It was already going by this point.
Okay.
Last time.
Right over there.
I'm going to hope my weapons stash has done the trick. So, we still have to find a way to get into the compound. That's never, how do you say, easy. And we also need to do it,
You know, Mr. Rubio should really employ more suspicious guards. It's like taking candy from baby. Repeatedly. In fact, there is a story in my hometown. Actually, never mind. Your equipment is in the hangar.
We've picked up the weapons bag. Let's go ahead and try to grab some of this while we're here. Why not? I'm not sure if I should take any of that cash. That may be exactly enough to fill me up once we grab the cocaine. Or maybe we can find something more valuable.
As my uncle would say, when you hunt alone, you carry more glory, but less meat.
Let's just grab it.
With you next time, make some friends.
We'll fill up the rest with cocaine. It'll be all groovy.
This is one hell of a way to make a lot of money, huh, Capitan?
It's a little more than I was hoping. A little more than half, but yeah, it'll be fine.
Your bag for main objective. I have crafted
Okay.
special compartment for us.
That's ingenious. Do you call it Pavel's special pouch? And if not, could I suggest that you try calling it Pavel's special pouch? Alright, so these guys are starting to get red. They will also be able to hear vehicle noise. I really just need to find a boat. So let me try to head away from them and see if I can possibly catch one of these. I don't want to alarm the other boat, though, will be the tricky part. However, they do appear to just be civilians, so hey, it's fine. You there!
You know, I really think you killed the mood around here, Capitan. Bad atmosphere these days.
Oh, for a second I thought that was the detection message. You killed the mood! I'm like, no!
That works for you and against the guards.
As long as I don't get seen splashing around in the kiddie pool out here, we should have an easy way to the drainage tunnel now. Try to avoid any patrol boats. We are not detected. We have our weapons. This is the way to do it. That was so painful last time. Especially coming at the end of a session where I did so poorly. It was insult to injury. Good morning, good morning. So nice to see you again there. I have been desperately missing you guys. Our adventures this week. So I am glad we're catching up now. Probably shouldn't be quite as flippant. Some of these might not be civilian boats. But I'm just having a blast out here on the water. Don't suppose anyone brought some cold Capri Sun? No? Okay. No, I didn't either, so that's fine. Alright, once again we're going all the way around the big peninsula here. Shouldn't take us too dreadfully long. We already have a half bag. Once we get in the compound, as long as we're still undetected, things should be basically back to normal. Just a little bit of an extended journey to it. Hello, Moon. How are you? Lunar? I thought so. That's what I've been telling people. I don't believe I've ever shown you just around the tippy tip of this peninsula here where this gazebo lit up. It's like right next door to the compound. But just around here, like in this little bay here between these 2 points, there are a number of corpses in the water that have the 8 painted on their chests, carved on their chests. Underneath the duct tape, they are the Infinity 8 killer bodies, which I believe I've mentioned before. They put one of them right here in the back of this car, which you can just barely see there, to tempt you. But there are 7 more, a total of 8, off of this peninsula. And what does it mean? Why does it mean that? I don't. It's been 8 years. I stopped asking such questions of myself. There's never going to be an answer, and the world is pain. Alright. Let's blow through this cutting torch. Oh, come on, minigame. Don't make a fool out of me so early. It's not listening. I don't know how it's possible to slowly get worse and worse at this the longer I don't play these every day, but it's happening. Age and time is catching up to me.
Perfect. As we
And I'm
say,
becoming
Navy,
quite an
you want the element of
I don't have a rebreather. Oh boy. That's a little bit of a problem. I shouldn't have done that. Let's hope we're alive when we get up there. Might be a little close. So if you've selected this entrance, you have scuba gear that keeps you nice and fresh. And usually you have a rebreather too, like last time I had a rebreather. Good. They've put me back to full health. Alright. So this should be silenced, yes, just checking. Let's go into first person mode. Key card. That's not the key I need, but I'll take it. And we'll go this way. I'm a little late, so this guy's gonna turn around at a very inappropriate time. We'll try to hang back and hope that the big armored guy doesn't turn back around there. We'll just slip right by.
If you are considering using the cliff as an escape route, I have done some calculations, and you would have a better chance of survival running directly at
So the
the
only
cliff.
problem with this is going to be making sure we get the key. It can be a little tricky to grab sometimes, and it may be on one of those guys we worked around. So far, so bad. I like your hat. Which is to say, I do not. Good, there's the key. That's great. This guy's just in position. Take him out like a little lobster. Back in your tank. And then we wait by the stairs. The long wait at the top of the stairs. Most people, when you see them perform this online, run around the corner and melee, hit this guy on the stairs as they're running. Never quite works for me. He's on the stairs. I am at like a height disadvantage. And more often than not, I get detected before he's unconscious.
There will be many locked doors in Mr. Rubio's house. Worth looking for keys, I think.
Alright, a little extra for the take.
Always worth looking in the safe.
No paintings, if I remember right. And let's take the secret back entrance, though he's coming up the stairs. Hi, I don't want to play with you right now. If it's not too much trouble. We'll risk a few boot steps here. Try to get down before he passes the corner. It's close. Alright, we're down. Here we go. Really hoping we can pull this off so that it will actually check off the Velum approach. We don't really have to do this again. Though it is rather a nice way to get in, especially if there's something worthwhile to grab at the airstrip. There's not really a better way to do it than this.
To match the target print, and the tool will do the rest.
I love only having to do one of those fingerprints. It's my favorite thing.
You're through.
There are times, if the mission is set to like hard and you're going through the elevator at the upper side, you have to do 4 fingerprints in a row. It's like, oh, no thank you. No thank you. Alright, 945958. 94.
Now, let us just hope
5,
he does
9.
not change the combination.
And 58. Perfect. Bearer bonds are now ours to bear.
Do you see the bonds?
Stifling
Well, it is kind of us.
that responsibility, but
Security. Again.
so all we should need to do is get back to the main dock, grab the 1 cocaine, and we're clear. I don't think we're gonna get an elite challenge, what with my splashing around in the Sea-Doo tank. But that's okay. Who needs that elite challenge anyway? I never even wanted it.
Extra guards just arrived. Be careful.
I did. I did want it. It's fine. I don't mind. Alright.
Just because you are
Be able to get back into third person now.
does not mean
I have to get back on your payroll, so I have that lock lobster again. I'm desperately missing it from my emotes. I've been off emoting at all the major Twitch players who I'm dear friends with. You know, I don't even know who that would be, but I've been using that lock lobster emote.
the compound is behind
Oh, just
us.
everywhere I
They
can
still
find
have
it.
no idea what's hit them. We are almost home. Just get out of there. I remember I once ran mission at a nuclear reactor. Everything went smoothly until we realized
It
that
was
there were heavy
spicy.
plutonium. The plane
Like a
was
nuclear
used to
reactor
get
should
here.
be.
It's still an option for getting away. Your chosen extraction point is on your GPS
Oh,
now.
that's interesting. We
Inbox.
could get back to the airstrip and take our same plane out. I kind of like that idea. I don't think we're going to have the, oh, what's the word for it?
The cries of
Time.
Captain Desperate is beautiful, no?
I've completely forgotten which bush I need to be behind. I think it's this one. Yes, it is. Alright. Line your little heads up for me there, why don't you? Just lean in. Just lean. And... Alright, I'll go over here. That's fine. Where did you go? I've lost you in the foliage. Now I have to wait. There's a a jeep coming. I hate being off time for this. We finally got all the timing down for our... Oh, what's it called? A drainage tunnel one. Alright. You good? You out of earshot? Don't stop. Don't stop and freak everybody out. Oh, there's another truck passing outside the front. I don't think they can see the bodies. But yikes. Alright, we should be clear. I'm just going to wait for the camera to pan back this way. So that I have a free left. I have a free left. And we're out. Not bad. So far, not bad. We're still undetected, and that's all I really care about. Stay still. Don't move. Moving would be bad and wrong.
There comes. It sounds like Mr. Rubio is reaching for his helicopter again.
Alright, we're doing our little coastal path. Most dangerous part of this by far for my vertigo. Alfred Hitchcock DVDs are so susceptible to the water, you see, so I'm always scared when we're by the coast. You don't really need to die. I mean, I could probably boat right past you on that little tiny channel to the right, but it's just easier for my peace of mind if you're dead. Alright. This is the cocaine we want to take. Perfect. I don't think we'll even need to slip across to the other side. We should be able to head right for the boat here. So we will need to take out a couple of guys by the dock.
Find the boat.
We should be close to done. Hello, indeed. I am both alive and live. Strange how that works. You need to be one to be the other, but I don't know. I never tried. Aw, didn't get to take most of the really good stuff. That was a bit of a shame. I should have left that cache, as it turns out. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. We did good. We did good and fine. Alright, get into position. Sexy saucy like a mongoose now. Thrust out that back. What? I don't think this guy really needs to die, but I'm just worried he's gonna hear me. If you promise not to hear me, you can live. That's my vow to you. He made no such promise. I didn't give him very long to decide, but he could have promised in that time. Finally. My last little bit of just vengeance from the heavens. There. There it is. Let's get out of here. We got some bearer bonds. We got a little illicit drug action. That's just for me. That's for later. No, don't sell those, Pavel. I'd like to keep them. Slip past this very unobservant patrol boat and escaped. That is so, by leaps and bounds, the way to do it. If you ever find yourself flying in under the guise of being a smuggler, do stash your weapons in the hangar first for $10,000. That made this a dream come true for me, instead of a waking nightmare. Bye, Cayo Perico, bye! I love you. I'll be back. Oh, I'll be back. Especially once they bring that panther statue back. I do not have enough things in my home that are encrusted with sapphires. I only have one thing in my home that's encrusted with sapphires, and I'd like to double that. Oh yeah. Feel the burn! Feel the band! I think I hurt my pinky quite severely. I'm gonna put that down now. That's what I get for trying to show off. But so impressive, right? Being able to stretch a rubber band. So impressive. "18 minutes. Ah, if I hadn't splashed around so much. Pretty close, actually. Closer than I thought. So that will put our money back in the right direction. We're under 10,000, which, or 10 million, I mean, which I will not stand for. We need to get back up above 10 million. I realized the other day, by the way, I thought that this quest, it's like always whoever hosted the heist would end up in this cutscene, not quest, in this cutscene with Miguel Madrazo. But like if you have friends and you do the mission with friends, you and your friends are on the balcony, you know, Ocean's 11 style, enjoying some limes. And Miguel is just there for like the sad randos who don't have any friends. And it's like, oh, I thought that was the default. Ah. I thought, genuinely, that was... Alright. I was wondering why that moved on the map. It's because someone smashed into the back of it. Hey! Careful. New paint job. It's secretly not. It's the same old paint job as ever. So we finally completed the Union Depository contract. We finally completed our Cayo Perico setup. I'm hoping that within... Okay. Sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention to the corners. I'm hoping that within this session... Checking if that's it there. He'll be in touch when the cherry has grown back for us to take another bite. Good, good. Thank you for phrasing it that way. within this session, we should be able to reactivate the hard mode and hopefully get an even better thing. Anything but bearer bonds, really. It's a shame that, you know, it's fun for them to add different rewards so that there's some variety. You're not always going after the pink diamond or whatever it is, say. But then it's like, if you were always going after the pink diamond, it would be really lucrative every time. So it's like, you do get variety by them having multiple sales, but your bottom line suffers from your human need for variety. So I'm just headed off to the auto shop real quick to check which contracts are active, and then in that time, hopefully Pavel can reactivate the Cayo Perico heist. That is my plan. Rough landing. We're in. So we're looking for Lost, and we're looking for Super Dollar? Or is it Super Yacht? I think it's Super Dollar. I'm not sure. And isn't that like the Walmart here or something? Are we robbing a store I've never been inside? I'm not sure. We do have 2 customer cars ready to be customized. That's still on double money this week, if memory serves. Alright, so Union Depository is back. You know, we could start that one again. It really wasn't very easy to complete solo, but I could take certain precautions that would make it better. So we don't absolutely have to start one of these, but this is the only week this is going to pay out double what it should be paying out. So, it'll come back around, and the money really isn't necessary at the moment. You can do 1 Cayo Perico in probably the time it takes to do that whole Union Depository contract. I will, however, slip into one of these, since I haven't seen Pavel inform us it's ready yet. Sunset Red. You insist. Alright. Dual shotgun exhaust. Side flames. I bet that's flamey. Yeah, there. There it is. And a triple intake bug catcher. Seems a little greedy, but okay. Street wheels. Deep Flake. That's an affectionate nickname that I'm known by. If you're curious. Alright, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. Ah, red, the color of a sunset if you're in some sort of apocalyptic danger. Oh, sunset should be orange. If your sunset is red, you got problems. Got some sort of vampire moon rising in the west. I'd run. Here's the underpass of much crashing, where if I choose to crash, it happens right there. I've chosen not to crash. You have chosen poorly. These Sean Connery movie references doing it for anyone? No, just me? Just me? It's not gonna work out so well. Let's abort that. That's a bad plan. Cancel, cancel. And we'll go this way, sure. Yeah, I'll go all the way around the block into the alleyway. Instead of just, entering normally. Your car is here. Almost broke my entire system. There we go. I'm doing the jiggle dance. I cannot help myself. I love to jiggle dance. Do pardon me for one moment. I'm sorry. You can hear my tissue. That wasn't supposed to happen. I was supposed to mute it first. And I wasn't even supposed to have a runny nose in the first place. That's step one. Alright, let's just call in the bike. I won't rob anyone of their hard-earned vehicle. Not just yet. How did I earn the nickname? Now I've forgotten what it was. Deep Flake? Deep Flake. It's because I flaked on some plans. I acted in a very flaky manner. And the wound that caused, it was deep. I am sure we should be able to head back to the Kasatka by now. I'm not really seeing it on the map. Let me check if he got greedy and took it away from me. Come back, Pavel. I miss you. I miss you, Pavel. I'd like for us to be even better friends than we are now. Won't you share a cup of tea with me, Pavel? No, there's nothing at all in the tea in terms of illicit tranquilizing substances. Go ahead. Sip with confidence, Pavel. Don't you trust me? I don't. I wouldn't trust me. Alright, I kind of got real lucky landing on the submarine with this thing last time. I don't think that's going to happen again. Let's get a little help here. Wait, did you just move my submarine into the middle of that side street? That's not going to work for me, Pavel. That's going to be a problem. I don't know where it went. I think it's deep beneath the Earth's crust, even now. Okay. I'll call it again. No big deal. I didn't know that was a possibility. Your Kasatka is already nearby. Like, yeah, it might be. It might be nearby. I don't have enough shovels, you see, to get down to it. I sure don't see it iconless out in the water anywhere. I think it just glitched. Try to get a little further away down the coast. We'll call it again. Oh! Did you just pour out my tea? I slaved and slaved to ensure that the temperature was just correct so that it didn't burn the leaves. This gen mai cha was just for you, and now I'm so offended by the way that my tea has been treated. Not to mention my poor houseplants. Alright, let's try returning it completely then. We'll return it to storage. Who needs you, submarine? Now, you ready to come back? You ready to play with me? You gonna be nice? This guy down here on the little jet ski's being nice. There's the message. Intelligence indicates. This is his accent. Things are calming down with Mr. Rubio. Well, he is locked in panic room in state of drug-induced paranoia. That's definitely how he sounds. So if we go right now, things will be trickier than last time. Or we can wait a bit. Oh no. Let's go right now. I want to see what the next target is. as I always do every time I get bearer bonds, and then it's like it's a real valley on the graph chart of stealable excitements. You just wanted to see what it would do to the plant. Well, the plant is dead now. Is this what you wanted? Yes, your tea was poisoned. I poisoned your tea. Is that what you want to hear? And now my plant is dead because the poison that was supposed to be for you, that was designated for human tummies, is now in my plant, which it was not designated for. Yes, there's also the fact that it's poison that might be partially why it's dying, but really I just think it's because you messed everything up here with your cross-species weirdness, and now it's fine. I mean, I'll learn to forgive eventually. I don't know how to right now. But eventually, I'll learn to forgive. Hard mode active. That's my favorite. Oh, I love a good hard mode. Let's gather some intel. It was a fake plant? This whole time? That's some good poison, though. If it was able to kill the fake plant, even. I saw that just recently. That blew my mind. The whole dumping out the poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. You know the poison. Into the plant. I just saw that online. That was my favorite thing of the day. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm so sorry. 1 second, we'll let Pavel talk. Excuse me one more time, and my nose will not stop running. There. So I just recently saw online somewhere there was a viral thing going around. I should probably phrase it differently. About The Emperor's New Groove. Fantastic movie. Oh. And there's this scene where they're trying to poison someone, and one of the characters dumps out a cup that was intended for the poisonee into like a cactus plant, like a little potted plant. And the whole conceit of the movie is that instead of poisoning him, this potion turns him into a llama. They wanted to kill him, but now he's just a llama, and they can't change him back. And so, in the background, after she dumps out the poison that was meant for him into the plant itself turns into a llama in the back of the frame. And nobody noticed for years and years, except the genius animators. I'm sure plenty of people noticed, but I didn't for years and years until I saw it online. Just want to get as close as I can before they start shooting. This is never a very, coverable spot. Awful sorry about that. Wish there'd been a way to do it in fewer bullets. Both for my wallet and your pain levels. That guy's just gonna bleed out through the ass over the next several minutes. That's fine. We can give him some privacy. If you come across someone who's just bleeding out through the ass, I suggest dignity be a priority there. Whenever possible. Oh, I'm sure it will. Like that one time that I pretended to be a smuggler but came armed. You know, that one time. I cannot wait to see what it is. I don't have any impression of what it might be, but I'm thinking that it's probably... I don't know, I can't remember the other thing besides the pink diamond. I know the panther is only a special item. There's one other thing, ruby necklace, that's it. I bet it's the ruby necklace. That's the impression I'm getting. Because it can't possibly be a pink diamond, and the last two I had were tequila and bearer bonds. There's nothing stopping them from throwing more tequila or bearer bonds at me, but I hope that they don't. Might recognize this observatory from various movies starring the Rocketeer. Famous actor The Rocketeer was in that movie. I heard recently that there's supposedly a new Rocketeer in the works, based around one of the Tuskegee Airmen, which sounds absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to see it, as The Rocketeer is one of my favorite films. I have the helmet in my possession, and that's all that I have to say for myself, really. That's my one achievement in life. I own the Rocketeer helmet. That's it. Let's get a little dangerous. Let's smooch some power lines. It's gonna be fun. I have faith in us and our skills. Let's go between this one. This is a really bad idea. Yeah. I have faith in us and our skills. It's gonna be fine. I cannot believe we're alive. Oh my god, that was terrible. Okay, it was perfectly what I intended to do. Wasn't. I thought we were gonna stay a lot further away from the water there with our butt. We did not. We've got that wet butt. Pretty sure there's a popular song about that. But the lyrics, they escape me right now. Couldn't possibly go into it. Thank you for the bits. That was terribly unfortunate flying, but it turned out well. It was good. Thank you.
Why can't you assholes be on time for once, eh? Arms out, let's
You know,
go.
you say that to me every time, and it's yet to hurt my feelings once. So what's this really about?
Okay.
Is this
Get
just for
over
you?
there. They will bring it soon.
Do you just like calling me that?
Go on.
That's weird. I mean, you can pretend you're calling me that, and I don't need to be involved. Now you're like abusing another person's time for your weird fetish. It's...
Get a good look at you while you're in the restricted area. They will know something is not right. Safest thing is to stay out of sight.
I'm not gonna sing it as much as I want to. Don't have the copyright for that. Love the fact that it's like two synonyms for things in that. Wet ass butt. That's nice. I like that. Alright, we're headed to the guard tower. Try to make our usual wee. That didn't sound right. No, you know what I mean. We'll... Wee! Oh, no! Fair enough. Oh, why is there an invisible wall there? What was that about? It was all going so well. Oh, it was going so well until the invisible wall. Well, that's a shame. Okay. How do I get up? This is a good opportunity to see the obelisk, at least. Yeah. There's that obelisk. Okay. The trend of gently touching down into the water and then having your vehicle survive apparently only works once. That's a get out of water once card. So we'll have to do this the old-fashioned way. What a shame. But we'll get past him. Stay outside of the range of vision here. Get to my gate. There should be a four-wheeler just beyond here, which we can pick up to speed our way. Probably shouldn't go for it, but I'm going for it. Yeah, that was way too risky. Shouldn't have done that at all. There's the four-wheeler I need. Just gotta wait for this guy on the road to turn around. There's also a Jeep that can come up this road every once in a while, so I want to avoid that. There it is! There's the Jeep! I've been caught. Well, that'll take us back to the entrance. No problem. Sometimes when you wet your bike, you don't get to do things the way you wanted to when you first arrived on the island. This is not how we take care of leather jackets. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
If you wanted to be treated with respect, this wrong disguise. Just be thankful you are still breathing, yes?
I don't know if there is another bike around here. I'm going to have to try to find one. If we want to make it over, I'll need a bike. I think there is one at the end of this dirt road. Let's go check. That would be the quickest way to get back there. Beep, beep. Perfect. Now we're back in action. All right. We are off time again. We'll have to wait for the guard tower. Just to be extra safe. But I'm expecting nothing but smooth sailing from here, despite my repeated incompetences. Alright, I'm just gonna let him do his thing. He's looking that way right now. In about 30 seconds, he should turn around and head the other way. I should be far enough off the road to avoid jeeps, but let me just take another 5 feet. Alright, so as soon as we see him move, let's go for it. Back in action, sorry about that. Little pinball wizardry there, blowing us off into the coast. Managed to avoid it this time. I'm gonna try going behind the camera instead of just around the front of it, see if this is possible. Jeep! Jeep! Almost ran right into that. Wow. Just hide in the crops. Cropsy? Couldn't possibly be you. And we're up to the communications tower. Ugh, not ideal, but we made it.
They may have moved the signal box this time. Could be up on the tower. Could be ground floor.
It's not. I'm looking with my eyes even now, Pavel. It's not on the ground floor. I'm not sure why you suggested that. Hello, hello, welcome. So nice to see you there in the chat. Yes, there is an in-game horn, but I supplemented it with my hunks. I hope you don't mind. I do beg your pardon. I've supplemented it with my hunks. Such a delicate balance of flavors in that old coffee I've been using from my freezer. Colombian? Oh, that's nice. There it is. Top level. They really made us work for it. My calves are just a burning. What do we got? 70. Well, that sounds like it's going to be one of these. Maybe a 50. All right. Not quite. There it is. Ooh. Sometimes those are like, yeah, that makes perfect sense, and sometimes I just have to push it a bunch until it works. It's one of those mini games. Let's see if we got any paintings in the offices while we're here. I'm trying to remind myself ahead of time so that I don't exit out of the menu, as I have done the past thrice. Hello, Panther. Your little paws, I'm just going to tell you, so cute. What a great situation. Your little grotty brioso in the courtyard, so cute. It's not a ruby necklace. I bet you can guess what it is. It's bearer bonds again.
Look, in the safe. Bearer bonds. Perfect currency.
Direct repeat of last time. Fair enough. One of my least favorites, but sure. Sure. Alright. And I didn't do the... I didn't do the thing, even though I reminded myself. What's the point of even reminding yourself if you're just going to betray yourself? Alright, check the office. Painting. Good.
Painting. Possibly very lucrative. I will note down where it is.
No painting. Bad. But I'll take one. Hunk hunk. Let's check out the main dock, see if there's any goodies out there for us. Oh, I'm hoping for goodies. Did anyone bring a bag? Something you could hold like this, perhaps? No, I don't want it to have a shoulder strap. That's too big. I don't have that many goodies. Making me feel bad about my level of goodie having. That's not the way to say it. I'm just gonna run behind this guy because I don't want to wait for him. I don't want to wait for him at all. It's a secret. He doesn't even know that we are here to celebrate him and his accomplishments. Alright, what do we got? Is that cash and weed or just two weeds? The age-old question. It's too dark in this alleyway to see. Is that... Alright, I'm going to take a photo of this one. You enjoy that, Pavel? He's never seen this sort of thing before. He's very sheltered. I promised him I'd take him a picture.
It is marked on the planning screen now.
Slip across here, see what we can find. Hoping there might be some better options. Nothing? Is it? Nothing at all? I haven't seen that in a while. The main dock may not be a very good egress point for us on this one. There's one cash, there's one cocaine. We'd only need one other stack of something to fill it up, but what a shame. There is not one here. In that case, I'd better go, check the airstrip. That's really our only option. These bearer bonds missions, I tell you. But we'll figure it out. Maybe there'll be a bevy of items at the airstrip and we can just start there again. While a little bit slow, it was perfectly doable in stealth. Now that we know the secret of the weapons stash, I saw something about the Loch Ness Monster that occasionally appears around here the other day that I did not know. I've seen multiple people, like videos online of people finding the Loch Ness Monster, and none of them disappeared. But apparently what's supposed to happen when you see the Loch Ness Monster on the island is if you get within like 10 feet, there's a bubble around it that activates its animation. And if you get within about 10 feet of it, it does like a psh, like splashes water from itself and lowers down into the water and disappears, like it will run away from you when you get close. But the one time I found it on an alternate character when I wasn't filming, you'll have to trust me, it just sat there. I was able to like climb up onto the Loch Ness Monster's back, and that's what I've seen other people do online too. So I don't know how to actually activate its runaway mechanism, but that is apparently a thing. So it's made me very curious to find Nessie again. Let's see what we've got in the hangar. Looks like just a big festival of weed this week on Cayo Perico. The Weed Fest. Let's mark them just in case.
Remember, you are not a pack mule. There is only so
check
much
one
you
more
can
spot.
carry. You want more? Bring friends.
Does feel like it's a good time for a good festival. I mean, we have everything we would ever need right here. I've been hoping this truck would show back up. Very occasionally it's parked here and it acts as a point of interest that I have not yet scoped, even after all this time.
You can drive
That's
into
great.
compound, but you would need to be disguised as one of them. Location noted.
Very glad to find that. Thank you, truck. Yeah, wow, what a festival. Like, they are well stocked here. If anyone was seeking to, how do you say it, get super high, apparently Cayo Perico is the place. Today only. So yeah, we could start at the airstrip and our bag would be full before we left. With 4. Another option we could take if we started here is we could also get disguises and take the truck into the compound. So we could fill up our bags and have just huge duffel bags reeking of cannabis as we step in to the compound undercover, and no one would suspect. Their nasal passages are not very clear right now. So the only thing we would need to find to make that work is a disguise. And it could be a little tricky to find. There are 2 locations where I know a disguise can spawn, and we passed both of them on the way to the communications tower. There was no disguise spawned. I don't know of any of the other locations. I don't think the hangar is one of them. But I'm just giving a quick peek. I didn't even look up here either. I may as well. While we're here. Oh, here's where they're keeping the good stuff. Top shelf. I see. Sardines. Delicious.
Cocaine, easy to steal. Easy
Oh,
to
it's
sell.
cocaine. Okay.
Marked on the planning screen now.
So, you can obviously make use of a costume even if you find it live, but it would help to know ahead of time where there is a costume. let me see if I can just get out here and check a couple of the major spots. Because we can always get detected and come right back here to leave the island. Say sorry. Be nice. It's a little steep, but yeah, let's do some off-roading here. Right here. Sometimes they can put disguises in, like, the crop area. Whatever you would call that appropriately. The farm place. But they can be a little hard to see. I didn't even see that lumber there. What a shame. Sorry about that, I'm lumbering around. Alright, while he's looking this way, let's run on past. Actually, that guy might be just coming around the building to the point that it will prevent me from doing that. Oh, maybe he's stopped. Are you stopped? He can definitely see me. Oh, he could definitely see me there. He just chose to be nice. Alright, not seeing any disguises in here. Hide from this Jeep. And this Jeep. They got their whole convoy going up here. And this Jeep. Wow. Okay, can I be a person again now? Can I live? Not with that guy watching me, I can't. That's not how this works. Okay. So there can be one in here. This is my first spot to check. There's a generator. And poison. May as well grab it. I do love some poison. Cutting powder, I guess it's called.
Yes? You put this in the water supply, you have every guard on the island shitting his pants when he wants to be shooting you in the head. This is preferable, I think.
I always forget that this is a potential lockup that's not too far away. It's like across the canal from the main dock. But it's not desperately far away like, say, the airfield is. That might be a better option if we're low on bag items. So it's not in there. I don't remember where else it could be along here. I thought there was one other spot it could spawn. Otherwise, we will check the higher farms. The upper farms. Can't go right in front of a camera, even though you want to. Fair enough. So, I won't keep holding us up here. We'll go back and return to Los Santos now. If we happen to come upon a disguise while we're doing this, that's great. But we don't have to use the truck. In fact, if we do any other approach but the airfield, it would be pointless to use the truck, so it would really just be fun to check off our bucket list at some point. For this one, though, I think our approach vehicle should either be the tugboat, patrol boat, whatever it's called, or the long fin, which are the only ones I don't know for sure we've done before. Let's try to get at least that approach vehicle done as part of this session. And then I may have to run off and find some warm coffee. Some not 2-day-old coffee. But I sure do appreciate your time so far. This has been very fun. I promised that we would get to some Valhalla, and then the whole world ended in my lap again. But we will get to some Valhalla, I'm hoping to, this weekend. That is my plan. Let's go ahead and call this closer to... Oh, thank you. If you could teleport a latte, I would appreciate that greatly. Even the thought is something I appreciate greatly. Suppose I should get up and put clothing on? No, that's not a part of this. Saturdays are for as little clothing as possible. Do pardon me for acting that out on camera. I mean, it's probably possible to be a little too familiar. Yeah. It is probably possible. I would appreciate that a latte. Oh! Ah! Coming in here with the puns in the chat. I love it. Okay, Pavel. I got hit in the chest with a man's butt. He took the butt of his rifle, and he hit me right in the chest. What would you suggest I do next time to prevent this from happening? Pavel, go. I don't know. I would just dodge? I would dodge. Oh, thanks, Pavel. That's a good thought. I'll try that next time. So, patrol boat and longfin. I kind of feel like we did longfin at some point. I don't know why, and maybe I'm just imagining it. But I don't believe we've done patrol boat for sure. I know we've done Kasatka, Alkanost, Velum now, Stealth Annihilator, I think. So let's try patrol boat, and we'll see if that gives us the award. I am excited. You have to actually use it, you know, in the heist, too, but we won't know yet. Go to Galilee. Feel like I'm traveling in rural Connecticut. Is that Torrington? Hi, Torrington. Oh, thank you very much for the Discord link. I appreciate that. Welcome all.
These groups is ready for the thing to go bad. They are bringing backup, and the backup is perfect attack boat for us. So we disrupt the deal, they call the boat, we take it home.
Got it. I understand. I am prepared to do my part in all of this, whatever that may be. Please just ensure I get the proper demerits. Wait, that would be bad. I want the merits. I'm impressed by my ability to say rural. It's just all that time I spent watching Rural Juror. That's what did it. She's a big city lawyer, but now she's out here, she's a rural juror. That's not the theme song, but it's just a taste. Is it in the Alamo Sea? Well, that would be cozy. We're not close enough to tell for sure. It is. Nice. I love a good boat in the Alamo Sea. It sounds weird, somehow. It sounds like something I shouldn't say again. Stuck right in my Alamo Sea. Alright, they're gonna kill me real easily if I keep flying in there. Let's go over here. Right over here, where I can get a good angle on you without being disrupted by, let's say, this shack. Yeah. And there's so many fires in the ravine. This isn't the fire gully. Get out of here. You with your lawn chairs. Alright, what do we got? Who wants to be disrupted? You? Do you want to be disrupted? They finally found me. Oh, so close. In the thigh meat. And then get off. Get off the dock. There's one more guy here. Skinned him. What do you have in front of your face? Tell me, what is that? Plexiglass? Okay. Fair enough. I mean, that's very sturdy, whatever it is. Is that the boat? Must be.
I see the boat on my radar, but it looks like they are running away. I did not expect
Oh, no.
such cowards. Chase them down.
I'll try. I only have a helicopter, so it's going to be a little hard to navigate in the water, but I'll do my best. They've stopped running. They're parked just offshore. They're running again. Oh, they've decided to beach it. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Hey. He really didn't want to get off that gun, even though it cost him dearly. Let's see if this breaks the entire boat where they've decided to park it. Gently toss the man overboard, and here we go.
Good. We need to get to the ocean. Go down Zancudo River or Raton Canyon fast. Expect a lot of trouble either way.
Okay. This isn't necessarily the most protected pilot's compartment, and definitely not the fastest boat. I might have to take those helicopters out. Incredibly. Or I could just die. Wow. Real close. Real close to dying. It's definitely not the weapon for this. But I have no ammo for the right weapon. Okay. There. Tiniest bit of help. Try to get a little further. So, he said go Zancudo River or Raton Canyon. Raton Canyon is a little more exciting, and it's also a little wider. If we wanted to go that way, I'll head there. Zancudo River is a little harder to navigate with a big beefy bottomed boat. For thick boys. Ah, the old pilot's compartment. I understand. was your nickname in high school. The beefy-bottomed boat for thick boys. That's a long one. It's a mouthful, but I like it. What did you do? Why did you do it? Just got a little hot up there. Wanted to cool off. Okay. You hanging in there, buddy? You gonna be alright? Here is Raton Canyon. That would be Zancudo River over there. I wish there was some sort of, boost, turbo button with jets. Maybe some sort of mechanical octopus arms that would Venice Canal push me along the bottom of the river. Anything, really. I'd take just an oar. If I sit back in the chair like this, you can barely even see me. I'm here. Oh, they've parked along the side of the river to shoot at me. Nice landing. Exquisite stuff. So yeah, that's gonna cause some trouble. I might need to actually make little stops and pick them off on the way, or else this is gonna be ouchy. Guess I could just stay in the snack menu. That'll do it. Whee! I am running out of snacks. Or at least snacks that are accessible from a patrol boat. I don't know why I have so few. That's about as thin as Raton gets. But pretty much the entirety of Zancudo River is that thin. Alright, I'm just gonna keep trying to stay alive with my colas here. Desperately. I want to live. I want to live with my colas. Alright, yeah, that's the only snack I can use, so I am now out. I cannot use any of the others while I'm piloting a boat. This is such a bad position. I guess it's on to light armor then. Out of that, alright, heavy armor. We'll make it. I will not give up. I wish my health had a similar philosophy. Gotta call it off soon.
Good sailing, Capitan. You would have been the pride of the Navy. We have storage nearby, courtesy of Mini Madrazo. On your radar now.
Okay. On my radar. I'm headed for it. If you could also send a backup helicopter, that'd be super sweet. Really appreciate that. Hey, Merriweather. Why don't you send me a backup helicopter? Make yourself useful.
Hello, you're through to Merriweather Security Consulting. What can I do for you?
Thank
A
you.
helicopter will be with you shortly.
That's gonna work out great. Now that they finally called the other helicopters off, it's gonna work out great. We lived. We used every snack and armor at our disposal, but we lived. That's all I care about. It's no wonder I haven't done these setup missions. For these vehicles, it's so easy to get the Alkanost. Or the Kasatka, I mean. All you need is a fancy stone hatchet for that. Patrol boat achieved. I cannot wait. I'm guessing it should be pretty easy to go in through the drainage tunnel, arriving by patrol boat, too. Like, I'm assuming it's pilotable from the minute you spawn in. Hi, Merryweather.
To watch you at work, Capitan.
Thanks again for your time. Didn't really end up needing you, but still. Alright. So, we have our entrance vehicle, or whatever it is, approach vehicle, all set. I will try to knock out the rest of that and get us back in time, or back in position, to pull off the heist itself. Bearer bonds again. Ah. But it will be rather lucrative. I'm looking forward to it. Let's just see if I can call in something to get me out of the boonies here. And then I suppose I should leave you. I really, really do appreciate your time. Thank you for hanging out with me a bit here. Always makes my Saturday morning better. And I hope nothing less for you. For a better Saturday morning, at the very least.
And we're out.
For a rural juror. And so many things. Puddings, cakes, whatever you want on this day of yours. I hope it is attained easily and in a way that provides a good story. That was close. Oh, that was real close. I also fired a rocket somehow in the middle of it. Wasn't intending to. Oh! My wings evened me out perfectly. I was facing up and I thought, but then my wings were like, shh. That was funny. Okay, I'm stuck as a rural juror once again. No vehicle for me. Many, many smooches. Thank you for hanging out with me. And I will be back. Perhaps tomorrow morning we can make it our Valhalla morning. This was just a ... from last session here. We had to pick it back up, but I will try to get back in the Viking Age. I am missing it. Thank you for your time. I will see you guys again soon. Bye for now.